I've got a machine for you guys today. They sent me the Wormhole Pro Rossa. It is a direct drive machine at 4.2 millimeter stroke. It has a Hertz feature as well. It's only $259.99. You can get it in the link in the description below to Wormhole Pro Tattoo. Let's open it up and check it out. We're going to try it on some silicone right here on the Floaty channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, let's check out the Rosa. Every inch of skin deserves greatness. Yeah. All right, let's open up the Rosa. All right, there it is, the Wormhole Rosa or Rosa, whichever you prefer. I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but I really like the color of this thing. Let's just see what else comes with the box. They have a really nice packaging here to protect the machine. Wormhole Pro. Little setup features. We have a USB-C cable to USB. We have our Manuel, the Rosa. Kind of cool. The font on the screen is going to be unique for this one. All right, that's it. That's everything in the box. So there are two versions of this on their website. This is actually the $200 version. The $260 kit comes with an extra grip and battery, which you may want to get. We'll put both links in the description below. But this kit right here, because it only has one grip, one battery, is $200. All right, here it is, the Wormhole Pro Rossa. And it looks very neat. Like the paint job is actually a fade transition from red to black, going from red to black to red. The grip is a really nice size. It's not too big either where I don't feel like I can get my floaty grip on there or my hand doesn't fit around. It feels really good. And there's a little bit of space left over where I can apply a grip as well. If the grip is already huge, we can't really put anything soft over top of it and expect it to be a normal size for our hands. So I like when grips are not too big. This one is just right. It also is weighted at the tip. And the battery right here is probably a press fit. Yep, there we go. Very easy, just get that battery on and off. Let's take a look at the screen. We can see that cool red font when we turn it on. There it is. Looks like this machine has a little bit of runtime, but that's okay. We have enough battery to get through our demo today. You see this square screen and sort of a medium-sized battery. The whole machine, I would say, is on kind of the medium to heavier side. Which is great for lining. It is a 4.2 millimeter stroke, so I assume that's what they want us to do with it. There's not much more to show you other than trying it out on some silicone and just seeing how this thing works. But it definitely looks cool. I'm loving the color. The font is unique. I love how big I can see those numbers. And I love the translation in a hertz. I feel like that's helpful as well. So very cool. We should probably get this thing ready and going on some silicone. Okay, we have a 3-round liner first. All right, this thing has a huge range I'm discovering right now, so let's check it out. All right, cool. So it goes all the way down to 3 volts. That is super low. It translates into 27 hertz there. So 12 is the highest voltage. So it goes from 3 volts to 12 volts. So huge range. This is a 3-round liner. It should have no problem with this. We're at 8 volts. Yeah, that's getting in there beautifully. It's a 4.2 stroke. So when you're doing curves, you might have to keep it a little steadier with this machine. Lower stroke machine, the curves are going to be a little smoother, but the trade-off is that the 4.2 does hit harder and you should get a more saturated line. So far this is feeling really nice. All right, looks like it's got some good solid lines in there. We might as well play around with that low voltage, so let's go down to 3. So you'll get this machine going around 3.5, 3.6 volts. Once you get it going, you can drop it down to 3. So this should be just like little dots. All right. All right, so one of the advantages to this machine is since it does go such low voltage, you can do some stipple shading with it, some dot shading. That's about the look of what I got there. It looks like I might be moving a little too fast for that 3 volts since I'm getting slightly commas instead of dots. I'm gonna go up to 3.5. So there I have a little better dot patterning, and you can see they're slightly more packed together, not as spaced out as the 3. So that's sort of the advantage of going down in voltage, is you can spread those dots out thinner and do those lighter shaded areas. So that looks really beautiful, actually. I'm happy with the 3 round liner with this machine, but let's actually try this machine out and put on a 9 round liner. All right, here's the 9 round liner. I mean, it feels like it's getting in here. Ha ha ha! Success. Not bad at all. All right. So, okay, so I got the 9 round liner in and it looks incredibly saturated on the TruSkin. I don't think you'll have any trouble working with a 9 round liner with this machine, which is wonderful. The stability is pretty good. It's not the best stability I've seen. I think part of that is the fact that it is a 4.2 stroke. So you just want to be really careful, kind of getting your curves in. I will say with the 4.2 direct drive versus like a 4.2 adjustable stroke, which this one does not have, I think actually hits a little bit harder. So that direct drive internal motor is helping that 9 round liner get in even better. I think the fact that it's a direct drive is probably helping that this machine along a little bit, and that's really nice. You could use it specifically for those heavier projects. It is like on the medium to heavier, weighted machine, so it does make sense to kind of pull it out when you're doing those 11 round liners or 11 round shader. Speaking of which, let's grab this 9 round shader. Okay, I'm still just at 8 volts. Let's try out this 9 round shader. I want to see how much punch that has. Wow. I can really feel it driving into this TruSkin silicone. And the TruSkin is kind of known for being a little more challenging. So this 9 round shader getting in there, no problem. You can see it's so saturated and you can't even really see those little gaps between the lines that I normally do on the silicone. So this Rosa is rad. It's really getting in there. All right, let's go ahead and move up to a 13 curve mag. With a 4.2 stroke, I would expect you to be able to do some nice color packing. So we don't have color, but we're going to pack with black on the silicone and test that out. So I would think with a 4.2 millimeter stroke, this machine should also be really good at color packing, black packing, things like that. So let's try that out first with the mag. I'm at 6.5 volts. Really nice. Okay, as you can see, that is really dark black on the silicone. I love seeing that. It is hard to get this silicone to get that dark. So I don't think you'll have any trouble black packing. I did that at a 6.5. I'll probably go a little higher for edging. Really nice edge there, definitive enough to see on the skin. You can see it right there. Beautiful edging on this. Let's take a look at the patterning. All right, so beautiful here. You can see very nice patterning in the mag. I actually feel like it is very stable. I don't see any weird vibrations. I don't see anything too wonky. Maybe just subtle little things from it being a 4.2 stroke. But that stroke is helping drive those needles in. It's helping so that we don't have to push our needles into the client deeper or anything like that. We can just kind of skim the surface and make a mark. So I'm very happy with this Rosa machine. All right, I can't let you guys go without trying a little shading. I have it at 6 volts right now. We did the black, we did some line making. Let's try some shading. You can hear that 4.2 kind of hitting the surface, and it has the typical look of a 4.2 stroke path. So you can see at the end of the path, when my hand speeds up, you can see the little how it's spreading out a little bit and how that's hitting the surface and the frequency. It looks like a nice smooth shade, honestly. but you might have to bring it a little bit down from there to get even smoother. Okay, we have it on 5 volts. Let's just see what that looks like next to the 6. So you might find with your client's skin that the 4.2 hits a little hard for them. So you might have to come down in your voltage since you can't change that stroke. You can always grab another machine and use this one primarily for lining, but you don't have to. It looks like it's shading very nicely on the silicone. Silicone isn't alive, so there's always the chance that when you get to human skin that this might start to overwork the skin. So you will want to just bring your voltage down again. Since it is a 4.2 stroke, it's probably best for packing in color, and black, and also stipple shading should be great. But if you use it for fine line, or you are doing some shading, like light, soft shading, you're going to want to bring that voltage down closer to 6 or below, something like that. So, and for the stipple shading, you're definitely going to want to go low. That thing goes all the way down to 3. Just depends what you want to see between your dots, but I can show you the difference there between 3 and 3.5, or was around 3.5 or 6. All right, so I'm all done with this cool red machine here. This was the Rosa. It has this awesome cool font that's very unique. It works beautifully on the silicone. I recommend it to anybody who wants a machine that's in this price range that actually gets in the skin and works with larger needle groupings. It won't break the bank. It's actually $200, which is very affordable. And please use the link in our description below if you want to buy it. It will help out our channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.